Why does CZ, the founder of Binance with 10 million followers online, say that we might not even be in a crypto bull market yet? Well, here's the thing. CZ understands something that a lot of people are not looking at. It's a metric that's very simple that I'm about to explain that you can use to predict when the actual retail euphoria is in crypto, which to this day, everybody knows the prices have been very lackluster. Altcoins, people with conviction plays that are holding for long term, it hasn't been pumping as predictably as a past 4-year cycle like everybody wanted it to be. Now this time, yes, there are some critical differences in the cycle. Institutional money is the main difference. ETFs and institutions on one side, meanwhile retail degenerate gambling on the other side with pump and dump meme coins endlessly. That is basically the sad state of affairs. But why are large influencers, CZ is one of the most influential guys, the founder of Binance, why is he talking about his follower count? Stay with me because I'm going to show you how to analyze the crypto market. And if you're obsessed with where we're at in the cycle, you just look at this very obvious stat. And I'm talking about follower counts on stuff like TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter. Now for crypto, YouTube and X, or Twitter, are the biggest two platforms. So personally, I would give more weight to YouTube and X views. But here we have CZ asking, my followers grew from 9 to 10 million in a bear market and then slowed to a halt after 10 million, even in this so-called bull market. So what he's saying is that when Bitcoin went from 20K to 120K, Bitcoin did a 6X or maybe a 7X if you bought the absolute low. Not life-changing, by the way, but still, a lot of people are saying we're in a bull because Bitcoin's pumping. Nevertheless, Ethereum can't even break its all-time high yet. It's been 4 years for ETH. So things are maybe elongated, and you could see this. This is the secret sauce that you can do this yourself. Look at follower accounts of big individuals. 10 million followers. He's plateauing. Do you see what I mean? He went from 9 to 10 million in the bear when FTX was exploding. The whole FTX drama probably did have a lot to do with this guy in particular, the whole followers thing. He was part of the story. But then he says, maybe we haven't hit a real bull market yet. I agree, meaning we have not seen retail mania and true euphoria. Nobody knows what it looks like. If people got in, a lot of you guys bought in 2021 or 2022 near the top, and you bought during that mania phase, that euphoria phase. And this is totally reasonable. Honestly, if you're still here, congratulations for sticking it out so far. But that feeling that you had back in 2021 or 2022, Bitcoin topped in November of 2021, we forget that feeling very quickly because we haven't had that feeling in years. It's been 4 years. That feeling's not there. Everyone's crying about the 4-year cycle. Look, we all base this 4-year cycle theory on 3 cycles. Okay, 3 data points of cycles. Now, is crypto in a cycle? Yes, everything is typically in a cycle. Is it going to play out exactly like 4 years? Maybe not. Here's how you know when it might be topping next time, so that you can take profit in a smart way. Like, we've never had Bitcoin top before the halvening. We've never had ETFs and banks and a crypto-friendly regulatory environment. Trump is like the crypto president. So why aren't CZ one of the biggest influencers in crypto? Why aren't his followers growing? And why did they grow faster in the bear than they did currently? My followers too, me as a content creator. I've plateaued near 40-something K on YouTube, 50K or so on X. And let's take a look at Altcoin Daily. All right, Altcoin Daily has over 1 million YouTube subscribers. So Altcoin Daily is a good reference to show you guys how you can analyze YouTube views. A lot of the online tools for YouTube analytics, they're not going to go this far back. A lot of the analytics platforms, they really only go like 2 or 3 years back. So you just got to go scroll through actual videos because look, remember, Bitcoin topped 4 years ago. The previous cycle was like 62K top 4 years ago. And let's look at Altcoin Daily with 1.65 million subscribers recently to get a sense of his average views. Look, 50K, 60K, 100K, 80K, 50K, 100K. All of his views in the past couple months, they're barely breaking 100K. They're probably averaging around maybe 50 or 60K. And you can just eyeball this by scrolling a little bit. But let's scroll back to the peak euphoria back in 2021. Okay, 2021, January, maybe a little bit earlier than that. I scrolled all the way back for you because it took a while to scroll back. But look at 4 years ago. Remember, currently, Altcoin Daily, most popular YouTube channel, getting average 60, maybe 70K views per video. 4 years ago, 100K, 120K, 150, 200, 114, 200. There's really not many videos below 100,000. And this is the biggest influencer. And it's not like he's making worse quality videos. Typically, YouTubers only get better and better over time in terms of their quality. You don't really see YouTubers like getting shittier over time. So look how the average here is over 100,000 easily, maybe even 200,000. Look, 286, 287, 272, 115. It's very clear to see that YouTube views are a good measure of where attention is actually going, and you can do this just by scrolling back. You can even pick my videos if you want to pick my channel as an indicator. So this is why CZ is saying that retail mania might not actually be back in. And I'll do it one more time for you with Benjamin Cohen. We'll do a simpler method, right? Just look at his recent videos. Now, the one thing I'll say about Ben Cohen's videos is that, his old thumbnails were pretty terrible, and he still gets a lot of views. He's still one of the most popular guys in YouTube, but his thumbnails would just be like a chart and some words every single time. Looks like somebody finally told him, you got to put your face in there, even though he's kind of tiny in the corner. Look, with better thumbnails is what I'm talking about. Better thumbnails and better quality content. Benjamin Cohen's increasing over time in quality terms, but look at his videos. 50K, 100K, 60K, 60K, 90, 100, 25, 94. It's rare that he breaks 100 in the most recent videos, and this is with them getting, in my opinion, a lot better than what they used to be 4 years ago. I used to follow this guy. He's better now than he was then. And if we just filter by his popular videos just to see when those were, because I don't want to scroll all the way back, look at Ben Cohen's popular videos, 800K, 400K, 300, 300. So when you see Benjamin Cohen or another popular crypto YouTuber regularly getting videos outside of the average, and you can also look at online analytics platforms like vidIQ, it'll show the average moving up sharply. And when you see people getting 2x or 3x the views, that's when new players are back in the game. And that is when you watching this video now should be able to look into taking profit. It's very simple, very highly effective thing to pay attention to. Now look at this guy. All of his big views, 300, 300, 200, 280. When did they all happen? 4 years ago. So let's click into one of these individual videos. March 7th, 2021. This was about 5 months before the top. How about this one? August 11th, 444,000 views, was a lot closer to the top about 3 months before. Let's check out his most viewed video with 800,000 views, just for a regular old Cardano price prediction, which today, let's be honest, this video would probably not get any views. It's Cardano, a realistic price prediction. It's not like an emotional title. It's not even a good thumbnail. Why did this video get 800,000 views? Let's just use some common sense. We'll pull it up and we'll see that if you click on 4 years ago, this video launched right after Cardano went from super low to super high. So this was as Cardano's mega pump was happening. This was at about $1 Cardano, and it went a little bit farther to $2.50. But he was making this video on its way shooting up to about 120. So when he's making this video over here, you're in the middle of retail euphoria mania. That's what it really looks like. And remember how it feels as well. Remember when you got in, which is probably how I got in, how a lot of people got in, is following and chasing the hype of crypto. People love to buy when it's easy to after the coins have already gone up a whole lot. So when you start watching PulseChain channels and people are getting abnormally sized views on pretty regular videos that really shouldn't be that crazy or mind-blowing, that is a potential top indicator, more so than where are we at in the cycle or trying to look for patterns or days or certain news events. Just look at where people's eyeballs and consciousness is actually going, and you might have some more clarity in this crypto maze. If you found this valuable, make sure you like, subscribe, share, leave a comment. And if you have any questions about crypto, if you want to talk to me one-on-one, feel free to subscribe to me right over on Twitter here. If you subscribe to me, you're going to get access to my chat room. We could talk strategy with the whole group. You could ask me questions one-on-one, tech support, troubleshooting type of stuff. Whatever you need, I'm fully available over there. Again, subscribe over on X at CryptoCoffee369. I will see you guys on the next one.